Okay, Zach. This is August the 11th. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. And we're getting ready to go out to Smith Creek, to the area where Pete Fields and I had a orb come down through the woods. We had a visitation that night from some kind of a forest citizen there.
Yep.
Or denizen that pushed over a giant tree. And of course I have that documented on the observations website. Let's see, what else did I want to tell you is Zach and I were out there the other day. We were out there with my other grandson Billy, and we had two things thrown at us that appeared to come from the area where years ago Pete and I at night had that orb come down over the hill to us. So we're going to go back out there again today to see if there's any evidence. It's on the opposite side of Whiteley Creek from where my videos usually show that we had gone. So we'll catch you there. That little baby skunk right there. Uh-oh. Go. Little skunk out in the daytime. Come down out of the woods there soaking wet. Well, we're just heading up the road here, getting ready to turn off of this road onto Smith Creek Road. We'll be coming into the red covered bridge from the other side, the side that we usually don't get to come to. They took the bridge out, so we're going to go up to the top of the hill here called Warriors Trail and drop over the hill and down toward where the old red covered bridge used to be, but now it's a dead end. So we're going to park the car there and try to get into the woods from this side this time. There's a parking lot off to the right there. That used to be a beaver dam down there. And I hear something. Oh. Someone was knocking there. That used to be a beaver dam. Biff and I used to come out here and watch the beaver working. Yeah. Well, we're coming up on top the ridge here where Warriors Trail actually follows the road here out to the left, coincides with the road, and goes right on up that way to the Monongahela River. But we're going to go down over here. Boy, I wish I wasn't in the Lincoln today. Wish I had to escape. There's no outlet here. This road dead ends down at the red covered bridge. We're going to try to take Viv's Lincoln down here. Hope we can get back up out. they don't maintain this road. So if there's a blow down tree or something on it, we might have a little trouble. There's a really big bird took off there, Zach. What was that?
Turkey buzzard.
Turkey buzzard in the woods? You sure? Was that what it was? Okay, I thought maybe it was a Cooper's hawk.
Could have been that too.
Okay, because they hunt in the woods, you know. But I just happened to turn around in time to see. It's a pretty big bird. What kind of a tree is that right there? See them things hanging on it? You ever see one of them?
Mm-mm.
That's a pawpaw tree. And those are pawpaws hanging there. Well, we gonna get to the bottom of this hill or what? Crying out loud. There used to be an old house that's set up in there, but not now. It's gone. Well, we're finally down at the bottom of the hill. We're coming up on the other side of where the old red covered bridge used to be. So we're going to have to park right here somewhere. Yeah, we'll park right here, Zach. We've got to go in there, make our way across a pretty wet place. Old bees on a joe pie weed.
Water.
Yeah, there's water. Huh?
You don't know where the path
This looks like it's hard enough for us to turn around in.
Except for that.
Well, we'll go over there. Maybe I should have pulled the car in here. We parked it right there. Instead of letting it on the road like that.
Good.
Okay. Well, I turned the Lincoln around, stuck it back in there just in case somebody would come down the road. If I was parked right here, they'd have to back all the way out. So now they got a chance to turn around if they want to. Go find Zach and see if we can make our way through this with the sun shining out here in this open spot. Got the weeds growing up real high. We're going to try to see if we can't get back under the shady foliage of the bigger trees, and maybe it won't be so bushy. I'm coming, Zach. Your grandmother and I were back in here this past winter. Didn't look anything like this, all grown up like this, but it was hard to navigate through then because it's like, well, then it was swampy back in there.
What do we do with this trip by?
Yeah, well, just go on by it.
I don't want to break it.
Right here. Can we get past that wood?
Yeah, if I move it.
Whoa. Oh my. To be young again, huh? Be careful.
Yeah, I'm stuck in a lot of vines.
We want to get out in there and go left.
This one.
Yep. Well, here the crows found us. You hear the crows, Zach?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they keep tabs on us.
Still got that big stump right there.
Okay, I think I'll go off to the right of it here.
That stink bug on my shoulder.
Go down through this way, Zach.
No, I stink.
No, you don't.
Stuff stinks.
Watch it, Greenbrier. I think I go back left now.
There's a spider web right there.
Yep, we're gonna need to. That steep bank across there, that's too steep to walk right down over.
Have to walk sideways.
Yeah, me and Pete Fields was out in there working our way down through when that orb came from up there. You can see where there's a little bit of light place on the other side of the bushes up there. That was a field about 35 years ago. And that light, we saw it about another 150 yards up through there. And we watched it come down. It came through these woods, beeline right for us. And when it got down to that, well, there's a cliff right there. It come down it on an angle, just like we would have to. Anything with feet and was walking. Got on the bottom, went out about 20 feet toward us, and then the light went out, the orb. Well, let's get on out through here, Zach. Don't step in that.
Not scratched it.
Yeah. More. We're going to try to get on out through here. It'll be a little ways yet before it opens up and gets easy to walk. All the way way down through those trees to where the light is. The light is like shaking or shimmering in that one spot.
I can see it now.
Looks like a heat wave or something. I don't know what it is, but we're going to go down that way anyway.
You have to rain it.
Yeah, close to the ground. Right? Right down there.
I can see it. Like a heat wave type.
Yeah. I don't know what it is.
Something's creeped this mark off.
Don't make too much noise. I like to hear everything and see everything before it sees us or hears us. We got some mosquitoes here, I'll tell you that. See it down there?
Yeah.
What is that? Heat wave, like.
I'm telling you, the mosquitoes.
Well, we walked into a bunch of mosquitoes there, didn't we?
Well, I can see it now. Clearly.
Yeah, you look down through the woods and see the creek down there. That's the bend of the creek we always talk about Vivian wanting to fish in. You can see the roots over there of that sycamore where you and Billy was standing the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were back in there, something was hitting around us. Something threw stuff at us twice. This is the area here that I'm saying it was from. That they were standing out there with somewhere where they got a clear spot in the canopy. And they blooped them on us. Threw them up high and let them come down and hit by that one tree that we was under. Now we're over on this side of the creek, and this is the same side where me and Pete had that experience. So we're on the other side now, Zach. Now that side over there, as you can see, the creek bends left right here, and it crowds that side up against the railroad track. There's not much land over there to walk through.
What did that mean?
But the side we're on, this is going to get wider and wider. We'll have a much larger area to check out today. And you can see some. I'm gonna keep. Okay, let's start keeping our eyes open for some maybe unnatural structures in here. Finally, we can stand up straight and walk.
Right there.
Huh? Yeah, I was looking at that. I was going to look at it. See it? See how that is? If those things just fell, they're actually being held in place by the way they're positioned. The way they're positioned locks them in and makes them stronger instead of just leaned up against it. You see how the top of it is actually woven. Something similar to what children do with popsicle sticks and make that square thing that when you toss it, it goes through the air as a hole. When it hits the ground, it kind of flies all apart.
Yeah.
You've probably made them. Yeah, that looks like that was placed there. And if you've looked at the video, they showed that little thing riding on the back of a butterfly.
Yeah.
The butterfly rider. This is the woods where that happened at. It happened on this side of the creek, out ahead of us, just about 20 or 30 feet. So let's just walk on out through here and see if we can find anything unusual. No hurry, Zach. We just take our time.
Starting to sweat. I put my eye on backwards.
Starting to sweat? Yeah. Yeah, it's very humid. Crows will probably find us pretty soon. You know, this woods is not what it's not actually like what it appears to us as we walk through it. You're carrying an aura about you, and so am I. And I would imagine that glows or shows up pretty well to things that are either out further in the woods ahead of us looking back or above us like a crow. Don't take them very long to find out where you are. Look at that thing down there, stuck up in that tree at the size of that log. See it?
Yeah.
Look at that. How'd that get up in that tree? You see, ain't that strange? Okay. Going out through here ways. It's hard to tell if this is natural or artificial. You see that bend right there? Look how it's got these two
Things holding it down.
dead limbs holding it down. It could be stuffed under there. It could be stuffed under there, or they fell on it. But what's odd is they are on top of that tree, right? They're holding it down, so they're the second thing that come down. But then here's one laying on top of the one in the bottom too, so you wonder what was placed where. You know, look at that spider, boy, I tell you, they're everywhere. Whoops. Oh. Okay. Yeah.
If you get one kick and this thing is going to be down.
Yeah, you watch it don't fall on you.
This one's just leaned up against it.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that, but... Now there's another bow. See that bend right there?
Yeah.
Look, it's brought down. Then that big thing's laying on it. That's what they put there to hold it. That tree didn't fall down in that thing and stay that way long enough for that limb to fall down on it. That was done all at the same time.
And then we got this one that's growing up like this and it just snapped over.
Yeah. And then see this one? Right here? What brought it down? Look, it was bowed over until the trunk burst on it. Right here. And that's a maple. Isn't that amazing? Watch this spider right here. See him? No, don't knock him toward me. Knock him that other way, over there. Should be there. Yeah, see? There's a lot of bends in this area. And there's a tree break up there. Top broke out of it, and a little limb broke off, so stuck on the side of it. Oh. Okay. Oh. Uh-huh. This is not stuck in the ground, Zach. What you don't? What the heck? Don't mess with it. Pick it up off the weight off the ground. Okay. All right. Strange things in the woods. Take time to notice them. I really was thinking about going down over and get off of this hillside. Oh, huh?
There's a spider on
Well, them limbs grew like a propeller. See?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, guys. It's okay to come on out now. Which one of you tossed those sticks at us the other day? That was fun. Can you do that again? Oh, wow. I'd like to see a big teepee or some kind of a enclosure somewhere. Huh?
That was like exactly like that.
Mushroom. Upside down, yep. Come on, guys. Can't you participate a little bit and come on out? Meet us?
I'm gonna hurt you.
Boy, this looks like a well-used trail right here. I don't know if forest people would use it or not. See it going down here?
Yeah.
And it goes across and up. Can you toss something over this way? Yeah. Hey, Zach, would you do me a favor? I see two bows down there.
Yeah.
And they're one boat across from this side of the creek, one from the other one, and they're hooked together. And then there's something, a lean up into that thing. It made like an X up above that bow.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check it.
Yeah, go check it out. See what the heck's going on there. See, that bow comes down to the base of the other one. That's it. Yeah, and where do they come together at? Okay, can you go up on the other bank and see what it's fastened to? It's fastened on the other end, ain't it? Tied to the ground on the other end? I mean the one behind you, the one you're standing on. See that bow? Not that one. Yeah, it goes to the ground, doesn't it, over there? Okay, walk up here by this one. There's a third one. See it?
This one?
Yeah, that's a bow. And come up to the base of it. Now look across to the other bow. See it? Look up above. What was that?
I don't know.
Just stand still. We heard you, buddy.
Pick something else.
Zach, what I was telling you, look up over the top of the bow right there. Can you see that X that it makes with the tree that's growing? No, the other bow. Yeah, look to the, stop, look to your left right there on where it bows at, right? No, right? Now look up. There's an X made by the other trees behind it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's some kind of TV. Well, this goes this way.
Hey, what was that noise?
Don't know.
Was that something, what did it sound like to you? Rushing through the leaves?
This is what I heard.
Yeah, I heard something rushing through the leaves. Wonder if it threw something. Because we asked it to.
We'll try it again.
Sorry, buddy, we wasn't paying attention. Would you throw something again so we could hear it? Sure would be nice to meet you folks. We're not afraid of you and we're not going to bother you. Just like to meet you. We appreciate the fact that you're out here. Can you toss another one? Do you want us to stay here or move on? Come on up, Zach.
Whenever I was over there looking at that bow, I looked over and glanced at that tree, and I saw something go like straight down.
Really? Which tree? That one that's like laying over?
Yeah, the one that's laying over top of the other one.
Okay, that's where we were going to head anyway, so we'll just go slow. Don't want to make it hard for anybody to contact us.
That's something unusual.
Washed out. I thought I heard it down in there.
I heard it down in there too, but I saw something go straight down. Like it was right there where
Yeah.
that break is, right there, leaning against that tree. I saw it go
Yeah.
down. Straight down.
Huh. Yeah, that's something you saw, not something you heard. That might have been something else. Might have been another one. Whatever it was.
Look at this. Some kind of leprechaun was here.
Huh?
Some kind of leprechaun.
What are you talking about? Ouch.
See his green?
Oh,
Right
you,
down its tree.
you mean like a four-leaf clover.
Yeah.
That wasn't clover, though.
Where'd the other piece of this go?
Look around far off. That one's broke. It's dead. Look far off in the woods so you can detect things to walk to.
There's a bow right
Yeah, so I was looking at that, but I don't know. That one has a big limb lying on it.
And it's probably the spider.
Don't knock, let them knock. Big old stump over here. Oh.
there. And one big tree.
Yeah.
Was one big tree. That dummy keeps on getting closer.
What dummy? What dummy is that?
The guy that's shooting that gun.
He's at a target range. He's not moving. We're the ones that move. They're at a rifle range. Yeah, I would.
I got 2 cucumbers. Should
Oh my. Come on, guys. That'll be a nice time for you to toss something. big X's out in here? Well, those fellows on YouTube that do this a lot or have done it a lot, they call the things that I'd like to see, they call them shelters. I don't believe they're shelters because they wouldn't shelter you from anything. Not from the wind, not from the rain, not from snow. I just think they're markers. Different sizes and shapes according to the different species of forest people who make them. If it's a little person, they'll make little ones. Big will make big ones. And I don't think they belong here. If they're allowed to come here, they can come here. They're interlopers. They're not of this dimension, but they can visit it. They pop in and out at will. And that these structures that we see contain some kind of information. Either information concerning locations of things on this side, in this dimension, or a marker where things are located from their own home dimension while they're here, in case they'd like to show up at that spot on their side. They have an orientation of where they're at in their own world while they're here. Well, I'd like to see something. What? Yeah. I got it looking up over here. That limb's off another one that's generally got a face there. He might not take pictures of it. Let's see.
Only got that one.
Yeah, that's what we need to do. Say, well, what thing is he got two? Yeah. That has been all. Where is the other mimic coming off the other side of that tree? You see the other one right there? That little mimic? Yeah. Where's the other mimic sticking out of the tree? He got trunk on that tree between us. Yeah. And it's sticking out nowhere on the other side. Might be a tree there.
I really want to see something.
That's why I wear a hat. So I can smack them things, but not the thing you see. I wouldn't mind seeing something too. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Zach, let's move on a little bit. Helps a lot of stuff. Yeah. Well, well, well. I don't know how that got there, to tell you the truth. Just stop and think. Look at the bottom of it. It didn't grow here. And that thing there, check this out. It looks viable, like it's living. How did this get on it? I don't know, but look at that top limb bent down. See it, Zach? Bent all the way down. And the top broke out of that other little tree, ain't it?
Yeah.
Go up and take a look at that thing that you was referring to as a TP up there and see if it looks like it was made or if it's artificial or whatever. Odd. See, thing was carried in here and laid up there. What's that? Got a bow? Looks like, yeah. Is it worth the walk? Oops. Wow. Looks like that big tree fell over there, Zach, and crashed down in all of that. That may have taken that bow down there like that.
There's a snap right here.
Yeah. This tree falling here, I think, did all that.
And then you look to the back end, there's a bow right there.
Yeah, and one up behind you that way. This one's hard to tell because this tree fell. It's got a couple things down here bowed too. And they're all concerned with that tree that fell. I'd say that what we see there is natural. Okay, let's go on up through here a ways. Yeah, do you remember that little thing we saw crossing the road in front of us coming out here?
Gunk.
Yeah. They're responsible for a lot of these holes in the ground in the woods and out in the fields. Yeah, they do a lot of digging.
Oh, I'm telling you, mosquitoes.
Something took the bark off of it?
Mm-hmm.
No. That's the nature of that tree. That tree is a sycamore. It peels its bark. See what it looks like underneath? And then it'll turn almost snow white. That's just the nature of that tree.
Maybe that's what you would turn Cinderella.
Oh. Cinderella.
Because Snow White.
Yeah. Well, sounds like we're getting almost straight across the road from the rifle range. Wow. Oh boy. heard something break.
Whenever I was crossing that log right there.
Yeah.
Break.
Over there looks like a little teepee. I was going to go down this way, but I think I'll work my way over and check it out. Yeah, I saw that. I think that's natural. There's a whole lot of natural things that happens in here. It's falling out of the tops of trees. They got to hit the ground. And sometimes they pile up. I'm looking for the unnatural, artificial ones. Well, look at that tree, how it fell.
I hate these mosquitoes.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. This just looked like something natural fell in between them two. Yeah. Yeah. Let me get down out of here. That made a noise. Look, it's still living. But the base couldn't hold it. It twisted and twisted and burst apart. Yep. Listen at them at that rifle range. Where was that?
Did you hear that?
Where was it? I hear the old cicadas. That's a herald of summer's approaching end.
17 years. We'll be back.
Not these ones. These are the ones we get yearly.
See?
Yeah.
I hate these mosquitoes.
Yeah. Part of the woods. You can hear the old cicadas up there just with their cadence going on.
Hear that chirping?
Yeah, that's a woodpecker. When you hear the cicadas like that, it's not long. Before you know it, summer will be coming to an end. I don't know if the forest people could stand living down in this neck of these woods that we've walked to here.
Pow!
Too
pow.
noisy. I know it. What was that? Did you hear that, Zach?
That like something cracked.
Something threw something. Down there, where we just come up from. That's an awful lot of commotion. Not like that every day. Okay. Let's head on out through this way a little. Thank you. Thanks. Big just flew over us, you see it?
Oh, yeah.
I hear the crows. An odd arrangement here. I sent Zach up there just to see how far away we was from the road we came in on. But look at this tree bowed here. Still growing, got leaves on it. But there's one that crashed on it and holding it down. But there's another small one too that crashed the other way from the same spot. Now, which one of those had their roots growing in this place? Isn't that odd? Two trees competing for the same spot. One of them holding one down as a bend, and just beyond it is another small one, tree bend, with an old rotten one. Looks like it's been laying there forever, holding it down. And there's the forks of a different one that looked like it was the oldest one that fell through the trunks of those two. You think the road's up there, Zach? Yeah, you walk up and stand on it and stop right there, okay? Are you on the, you're not there yet, are you? Okay. When you find it, yell out and let me know that you're on it and start walking downhill to your right on the road, okay? All right. Well, I sent Zach up the hill above me to see if he could intercept the road we came in on. We're going to follow the road back down to the car. He was gone for a little while. Couldn't make contact with him. So I walked toward him this way for a good ways, and I did make contact. He said he was on the road. It's really humid today, hot. I sat down on a log here for a while, letting my legs gather some strength back up. He didn't answer me last time I yelled to him. But the road should be up that way, I'd say about maybe 80 yards. And it travels downhill this way and out through those trees where you can see the light out there. I'm going to head out that way to try to intercept it as it's coming downhill. After I've rested here for a couple minutes. Zach, you still up there? Okay. What? No? I thought that was you doing that. Well, I'm sitting here taking a break for about 5 minutes, and I'm going to get up and start walking towards you again. Well, Zach said he heard some knocking, some wood knocks, and wanted to know if I heard them. But I hadn't. The only thing I'm hearing is woodpeckers, crows. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and start heading out, right out through there. Well, here we go. See if we can get up out of here.
Got down here, we can get out of
I guess you can tell they don't use this road much anymore. The knuckleheads come along and paved it. And now when it breaks up, nobody fixes it. So instead of having potholes, you got chuck holes. Look at all that moss growing on there. Hope that don't sprung on you. Pennsylvania Game Commission, Habitat Management Area, in cooperation with the Ruffed Grouse Society. Yep.
This is so pretty.
We did not take any lunch with us. We forgot.